Morning. You both okay?
Yeah, good.
Lovely,
Thanks.
thank you.
Yeah, good.
It's a Wednesday morning. I mean, I'm surprised to find myself here, but McCoyster's away in the sun. So.
There's worse
all right,
places
isn't
to be, isn't there? There's worse places.
Yeah, absolutely. Once you scramble out of that bed, it's the best place to be.
Should we have a look at the back pages?
Yeah, let me guess.
Yeah, dominated by England's win last night against Latvia after they secured a World Cup qualification. Headlines like "Job Done," "American Dream," and "Stars and Swipes." The last one, of course, in regard to the fans. Making it clear to Tuchel after saying the fans weren't loud enough back in Wembley. Question is, though, are the fans a fan of him yet? And also, do you think the squad are buying into him as well? I mean, you can't argue 6 games, 18 goals, 6 clean sheets. I mean, the qualification process couldn't have gone any better. So let's start with the team. At this point, if you're a player, you've got to be happy with Tuchel being in charge, being your boss.
Well, you are.
Or most of them, anyway.
You are if you're Elliot Anderson, but you're not if you're Jude Bellingham, I would guess.
Yeah, probably. There's going to be ones that are missing out, but I quite like the way that he makes them miss out. He's happy to just pick his team. It doesn't seem to me the guy that panders to any kind of media pressure whatsoever. He's got a clear plan in his head of what he wants to do, and he's sticking to it. If you're the England defence or England goalkeeper as well, you're very happy at this moment in time because Jordan Pickford has not let a goal in yet in this calendar year, which is just phenomenal. What an achievement.
Yeah, I think also as well, from a fan's point of view, it feels like Tuchel is no nonsense. He's straight up. And although Bellingham, the likes of him, may not like his approach, at least he knows where they stand. He's made it very clear it's about hard work, proving yourself. So from a fan's point of view then, in that respect, Jeff, are you a fan of him? Do you like his approach?
Well, I think his approach is born out of the fact that he's only under contract until the World Cup. Doesn't matter what he says, doesn't matter who he offends, because once the World Cup is done, won or otherwise, that's it.
Is that what England need, though?
I think that's
none
a
of the
good
soft.
thing.
I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think the things that he was saying this week about Marcus Rashford, don't have any regrets, and basically saying, pull your finger out, pal, and things. That's great, and he does it very public, so it's sort of public motivation, if you like, for the players. I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. I'm just sceptical when we spout the stats about the number of clean sheets, the number of goals we scored in 2022 qualification. We scored 39 goals in 10 games. We went to places like Hungary and won 4-0. But it meant diddly squat when it came to the finals. And my concern is that we need to play somebody who's a bit more of a test.
Yeah, I mean,
before we get to
Yeah, that'll be the acid test, won't it?
Latvia, Wales, Serbia, Andorra, Senegal, to name a few of those teams. So like you say, not a massive test, but you can only play in front of you.
Senegal were a test.
Yes, true.
Yeah, too much of a test as well.
Yeah,
you can only play what's in front of you, and I think he's still at a point where he's trying to work out his best system and his best team. And like I said before we went to the break there, just the list of talent that he's got available to him at this moment it's absolutely incredible. So I think between now and when the tournament actually starts in sort of 6 months' time, it could change completely again.
Yeah,
the fans were brilliant last night, by the way.
Yeah, they were
absolutely sensational, and the sort of song selection, we sing what we want. Tommy Tuchel,
but even the way
are we loud enough for you?
The way he dealt with that as well, because he got a bit of flack, didn't he, last week from what he said? But the way that he deals with that, and the way the fans are singing to him, he's giving them a little bit of a thumbs up and smiling to it, and what he says afterwards, that comes across quite endearing to me, and I quite appreciate that. So I think even the fans are getting on board with him a bit now, and they are a different fan as well. The away fans are always different, no matter what football club you're involved with. The away fans are the diehards, the ones that go there and it means an awful lot to them. They spend a lot of money, so fair enough, they get to say what they want to say when they want to say it.
You must have played in games like this, though. I mean, look, Jordan Pickford could have taken a book out from us last night, couldn't he? Leant against the post and, just cast an eye over what was going on in front of him. It must be purgatory for a goalkeeper to play in games like this.
How do you stay focused if that one opportunity comes your way?
Well, he didn't really have anything, did he? To be fair, there's a couple of bits and bobs in the second half, but you've just got to have your wits about it. I just think Jordan now is in such a good place for not only for Everton but for England as well, where he's so settled and he's so calm. He knows what to do. He's not trying to get involved in stuff that he doesn't need to. He's just so set and steady, and I know I'm going to get a 7 out of 10 from him. So even the game last night, I think he's at the point where he's thinking, buzzing, I haven't going to have anything to do tonight. This is lovely, this is.
I'm also going to get your opinion on this next one. Emma Raducanu. So she fell to the worst defeat in a long while as she struggled physically in a 3-set loss to world number 219 Zhu Lin in the first round of the Ningbo Open in China. So she had her blood pressure taken, her vitals taken during the second set, and then was given something to eat and drink, but then also had a medical timeout in the third set for treatment on her back. She then, it's good to remember as well, she also retired from the first round of the Wuhan Open last week. For me, you forget how young she is. She's 22. She, of course, won the US Open when she was 18. What are your thoughts on this as a youngster who's gone from the heights, probably unexpectedly, to win the US Open at 18 to where she is now, the amount of coaches she's gone through and clearly struggling physically and probably mentally to get back to where she needs to be?
Tennis it's a brutal sport. It really is. It's such those individual sports like that where it's just you out there on the. It's a little bit like being a goalkeeper because even though we're part of a team, you're still in your own head all the time. And I think that's the bit there that when you win a massive tournament like she did at 18 and you have all this expectation, all of this pressure, everybody's watching every single move that you make, it can become quite a lot for some people, and it's a lot to deal with because nobody teaches you how to deal with that kind of stuff as well. Nobody gives you that manual of how to deal with pressure and expectation. And I think what she's done over the last few years is she's really struggled, like you say there, when you're chopping and changing coaches, you're pulling out of matches with injuries, and it could be the heat or it could be exhaustion. I think it can just get on top of you quite a lot, and I think she might need to maybe even have a step away from it for a little bit, just try and settle it down. But I'm sure all of these experiences, if she can use them in the positive way, they can hold you in good stead going forward.
Yeah, I think as well, success, you're absolutely right, Sam, came unexpectedly, well, from the public's point of view anyway, came to her unexpectedly and quickly. And oh my goodness. And look, she's played well at times this season.
Yeah.
She's played really well at times this season. But what a grind it must be. I mean, where did she get beaten at? Where was the tournament?
Ningbo.
Okay, and it was like the Wuhan Open before. It's week after week after week of relentless tournaments, relentless travelling, relentless training sessions. And for a young woman, I mean, I get why it might be debilitating, so...
I don't think there's any shame in who she lost to either. I think, didn't a men's winner win last week? He was 240th in the world or something, won the men's championship, an absolute sort of wild card. So probably the overall standard of tennis in general now is quite high, to be fair. Yeah,
it's brutal, isn't it? I mean, we spoke yesterday, didn't we, about Beau Greaves holding off to really hit the headlines and be in the spotlight. And again, maybe there's a reason from her in the darts world to hold back because she doesn't want to end up potentially like Emma Raducanu just being so overwhelmed at such a young age.
Yeah. But you can't pick and choose your times, can you?
You can't. I say go for it, mate.
Of course you do.
When it's there, when the spotlight's there, you've got to go for it.
I tell you what,
you've got to have a solid team around you, haven't you?
Yeah,
if Emma Raducanu never wins another tournament in her life, she will go down as the US Open
Absolutely
champion.
agree.
That she'll always
take that
have
offer.
That, and I'm a big fan. She's the weight of expectation on her shoulders for, as you say, a 22-year-old.
Yeah, you know what? Personally, I'd like to see her take a complete year off.
Yeah,
she's done all of that in a tender young age, and she's only 22. When I say off, still keep fit, still keep playing, but away from the competitive side. I think maybe she needs it. Find that team around her.
The mental break, honestly, the mental side of it, those individual sports is much bigger than a footballer. It really, really is. Obviously, with football, there's a lot more attraction. People watch it a lot more. You're very visible. But in those sort of sports, it's just never ending. And I agree with you, Sam. I think sometimes a break really recharges the battery, step away from it a bit, and then you might actually understand that you miss it a little bit as well, and you want to do it. Because when it becomes a chore, there's just no point in doing it.
Thanks, Sam.
No worries. See you shortly.